I'm keeping motherfucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
Terence Crawford's homecoming celebration took an unexpected turn just hours after Omaha honored him for his victory over Canelo Alvarez. Following the parade and festivities, Crawford was reportedly pulled over by police in the early hours of the morning. Authorities said he was driving a blue four-door vehicle at a high rate of speed before officers stopped him around 10:27 a.m. The situation became tense when police reported seeing a firearm inside the vehicle and instructed everyone to exit with officers pointing their weapons.
Seatbelt. I'm
And
opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping motherfucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tim Bradley later addressed the incident and offered a perspective that sparked plenty of discussion. Bradley suggested the encounter represented more than a simple traffic violation, arguing that Crawford's growing profile may have made the situation feel like an opportunity to reinforce that celebrity does not place anyone above the law. He also pointed out the strange timing. Crawford had just experienced one of the biggest celebrations of his career, only to have the night end with police lights and a stressful confrontation. For Bradley, that contrast made the entire episode even more striking.
Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see them in the background. I'm gonna go watch the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot, you ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good, not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Crawford's head of security described the encounter from a much more alarming perspective. He said the officers appeared extremely tense and that the situation escalated rapidly. Being ordered out of a vehicle while firearms were pointed in their direction transformed what should have been a routine drive into a frightening experience for everyone involved. According to the security chief, the atmosphere changed within moments, leaving those around Crawford genuinely concerned for their safety. From his point of view, the encounter felt far more serious than an ordinary traffic stop.
Passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can get to receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
Stated that police initially pulled Crawford's vehicle over because of suspected reckless driving. Officers then reportedly observed 2 firearms inside the car, prompting them to remove the occupants while maintaining a heightened level of caution. Later checks reportedly determined that the weapons were legally owned and properly registered to their respective owners. With no additional offense established, Crawford was ultimately cited for the driving violation and released. Although the matter was officially resolved, the incident quickly became a major talking point because of its timing, coming immediately after Omaha had celebrated Crawford as one of its biggest sporting stars.
KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cuddihy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford.
Andre Ward brought the conversation back to Crawford's boxing career and the criticism he has faced over the years. Ward noted that even before the Canelo fight, detractors frequently attempted to minimize Crawford's accomplishments by focusing on the manner of his victories rather than the quality of the opponents he defeated. In Ward's eyes, Crawford has repeatedly been forced to prove himself despite building an extraordinary resume. The Omaha incident, he suggested, should not change the standing Crawford earned through years of elite performances. Whatever happens outside the ropes, his achievements inside them remain firmly established.
Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. There was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear him. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
Some commentators went beyond the official explanation and began questioning whether the incident reflected a larger tension surrounding Crawford's rising influence in Omaha. Crawford is no longer simply a local fighter who became successful. He has developed into a world champion and a major source of pride for the community. That transformation has given him a level of visibility and influence that few athletes reach. Some observers therefore wondered whether the encounter represented an uncomfortable clash between a highly celebrated individual and established institutions. Those interpretations remain speculative, but they added another layer to an incident that was already generating intense public attention.
So, wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving. And in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi. And a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts.
Amir Khan offered Crawford words of support while emphasizing that a difficult night away from the ring cannot erase what the champion has accomplished. Khan praised Crawford's ability, discipline, and determination, recalling that he had long viewed him as one of boxing's elite talents. From Khan's perspective, Crawford's legacy was built through years of competition and cannot be undone by controversy surrounding a single traffic stop. His message to supporters was simple: criticism may come and go, but genuine greatness is ultimately measured by what a fighter accomplishes over an entire career.
Crawford's gonna win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt, and they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about? Is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit.
The biggest point of disagreement came from the dramatically different accounts of what happened. The Omaha Police Department characterized the situation as a traffic stop connected to reckless driving, while Crawford's security chief described an encounter that felt frightening and excessively aggressive. Those competing descriptions naturally raise questions about what actually occurred during the stop and whether the response was proportional to the circumstances. For the public, the difference between the official account and the first-hand version created an obvious demand for greater clarity.
Police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were gonna get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him, or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty-gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including.
As public criticism grew, Omaha's leadership responded by promising a closer examination of the incident. The mayor and police chief reportedly indicated that the matter would undergo an internal review, with the stated goal of maintaining transparency and public confidence. While those assurances were welcomed by some, others remained skeptical and wanted to see concrete findings rather than statements. Ultimately, the credibility of the investigation would depend on whether the review answered the questions surrounding the encounter and provided a clear account of what took place.
Put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well, really no meat to it except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. The police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
The controversy soon expanded beyond Crawford himself, with commentators using the incident to discuss the complicated relationship between public figures and institutions of authority. Some argue that highly influential individuals can sometimes face intense scrutiny precisely because of their visibility, while others raise concerns about whether unconscious bias or unequal treatment can influence encounters with law enforcement. Those claims should be separated from the established facts of the traffic stop, but the debate shows why the incident resonated so strongly with Crawford supporters. What began as a late-night traffic encounter quickly became a broader conversation about accountability, fairness, public trust, and how authority is exercised.
Incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left, and someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets.
That's all for today's breakdown. Crawford's unforgettable Omaha celebration may have ended with a controversial encounter, but the questions surrounding that night are clearly not going away. Stay tuned for more boxing news, reactions, and updates.